Mike's working. Finn, how we doing over there?
Check 1 2 3. 1 2 3
Perfect.
check.
I
Can you
love
hear
that.
me?
We can hear you loud and clear over there. How we doing today?
We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I was a little groggy this morning. I'm still like getting out into the flow of things, but otherwise pretty good. It's beautiful outside. For those of you who are not where Bomb and I are, we're in SoCal and it's just been the weather has been amazing lately. It's been warm. You got to be by a pool or a body of water, but oh, it's good. I'm wearing a tank top today, which we'll talk a little bit more about what tank top I'm wearing in just a second. But we had a big week
Yeah,
this
we
week.
did.
And before we talk about that week, I want to hear about your week. Well, what did you do this week?
Week's been good. Week's been good. Here in Southern California, pickleball is a big thing. So,
Mm,
playing a little bit of
it is.
pickleball in tournament play. So, it's been really fun, and I'm really tired. But hey, it's a great week. Like you said, you're out in the sun, so you can't really complain. It's a good time. So,
Oh yeah, it's hard to like it puts things into perspective when you're like you can be like thinking about like work, you could be thinking about like all these things that can creep in and then you just go outside and you tilt your head back and you're just taking in the sun and
yep.
you're like, you know, it's not that bad. It
Some
is not that bad.
some might say you're disconnected, but you're really connected.
I love that's like words of wisdom inside the first 2 minutes. It's pretty
I
good.
That's pretty good off the top of the head, so it's real. So all right, yeah. So what are we gonna be diving in here today too?
Well,
Finn?
I think it's important. We got to talk a little bit about Killer Whales season 2
Right?
filming finished because there's some differences that were maneuvered into this season versus the first season. They did some things differently. I don't know if you guys caught that, but we'll get into that. We'll also get into we got some a little bit of giveaways. We can say that here, although you can't type that in the Telegram because then it'll be like hello does not do giveaways. So
Right.
we're just saying that here, but we're gonna be doing giveaways at the end. So if you want to be a part of that giveaway, go ahead and type spin into the chat, and we'll get you on the board for the hello giveaways in a little bit later. That we'll be doing that, but we're also gonna give our opinion on some things for upcoming here. Now, you guys have probably noticed the last 3 streams we did. I think we did Burb, we did Paw Chain, we did FX1. We had some different guests coming on, which we want to do that. We're gonna try to do that a little bit more to have more guests. But we wanted to take this time to kind of reflect on Killer Whales and Hello because it was a big week. So we wanted to just hop on with the Hello community exclusively to talk about that because that's a pretty big deal. Nathan in the chat, Rose coming for yeah. You gotta like dodge Rose's watchful eye. It's like in the Lord of the Rings. You got to dodge the vision of the eye. I don't think I should be able to, but no, you can definitely. Nathan, you are welcome to participate in this. We love all the hard work that you're doing, and if anyone deserves to win some tokens, it is Nathan,
Mm-hmm.
right there. So diving in really quickly, Bomb, I want to talk about like Killer Whales season 2. What are your general thoughts around everything? And then I've got some bullet points that we can like hone in a little bit more on discussion points because I think you're going to probably talk about a lot of the different ones, and we'll kind of hit some of those too.
Yeah. No. Overall, I think first of all, Nathan, great seeing you here. I'm listening in to hear what everyone else thought. Easy to have a good opinion from the inside team. That's true. That's true. That's fair. But yeah, for me, I thought they have from what I've seen at least on the on all these things on X and everything coming out that they are really dialed on like one continuing to take care of everybody that shows up. Like that was a big thing that people were talking about even when they made YouTube videos about it. So yeah, I think they're doing a great job there. I think it's super professional and really well like prepared for, right? Which I think is really cool. And then everybody that's coming in, um, I think is also. I mean, we've talked to some people that might have are like going on there or whatever, and they said yeah, like it's pretty professional from season one. So I think they continued that out in season two, and I think it's really cool to see certain judges coming back. Some that I liked, some that I didn't, but I think that's really neat. And then I think it's really cool to see that like they've had a lot more like influencers and stuff like that come into and kind of it's kind of made it like more of a party almost, which I think is pretty neat too. But Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just my overall first like
Wow.
thoughts about it.
That was pretty good. And you hit on a couple of things that we had there. So I think first and foremost, you could see the professionalism continued,
Yep.
right? You can see that definitely, like, when you get on set, if anyone's been watching like behind the scenes or like the walkthrough of their influencer who's been on set, you can see that they're definitely like taking care of. Did it freeze for a little bit?
Yeah, you're
Did you
good.
get
Yeah,
Okay. You can definitely see that the professionalism is there, and they had like a little lounge area for the KOLs, which for anyone that's wondering, because Baum asked me this before stream, he's like, "What the heck is KOLs? Like, why is it KOLs? Like, what does that mean?" And I think it's key opinion leader, right? If you plug that into Google and see if I'm right
probably.
there, Baum. But it's basically an influencer. I don't know why people don't just
Yep.
call it influencer. Like, I get it saves keystrokes. Maybe that's what like people are trying to do,
Oh,
but
it's a
what?
trusted, well-respected influencer with proven experience and expertise in a particular field. So maybe it's
So it's an influencer. Like, it's
but
an influencer in that field. So
true,
it's a little
true.
bit more specific, I
Yeah,
guess.
so it's
All right.
based on so it's more well right here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, we
KOLs
got an
versus
article. We have an article. How wonderful! Thank you. We could just plug that into Chat GPT too and see if we can get
right.
what's in bold there. What do you have in bold there, Bomb? We've
On the
got
other
our
hand, have parallel professions such as journalists, entrepreneurs, writers, or politicians.
Okay, so if you're an influencer, you can know nothing about what you're talking about. If you're a KOL, you have a more expertise in what's being spoken about.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you. Now I feel dumb for even suggesting that they were the same thing. So
Yeah.
there we go. A KOL is you got to know the specific field that you're talking about,
Right,
which makes
right.
way more sense that they would reference I don't want to say influencers anymore, the KOLs as KOLs
Right.
rather than influencers because they had some crypto knowledge and that's how they grew their platform. So
Yes.
cool stuff there to have them on the set. I don't know if you noticed this too. There was also one Jason Derulo that showed up there. I mean,
True.
he was in the house. A lot of the he's kind of made the crossover into crypto with his there's the video. There you
Yep.
go. And they even had one of his songs in the background music for that.
Wow.
That was pretty good. And so that was a pretty big ticket like celebrity. I was impressed. That was like probably one of the first like pretty big celebrities that I've seen like directly reference killer whales and go like on site and to talk like, hey, I'm on the killer whale set. Like, you can see it's starting to kind of get out there and get that crossover and that really like premium feel, whereas previously people were kind of like, what is this?
Right.
Like, it's kind of sinking into the public conscious a little bit more. But that brings me to another bullet point, because this is what a lot of other people, I've been getting messages from people that are just specifically asking like, hey, like, where does hello fit into the broader killer whales picture? Because everything they're seeing is like, hey, I'm on the killer whales set. Okay,
Right.
awesome. Killer whales is out there. And like, there was a specific video people referenced, and I watched it because I wanted to be able to give an opinion on this. But it was a video by Altcoin Daily, and they on the set of killer whales, right? Straight up having like killer whales and like that wall or something like that, where it's like killer whales and it's got Hello Labs in the back, like underneath,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
And he was being asked like, hey, what 3 altcoins are you really excited about? He lists like some altcoins, right? And then at the end, he's like, and there's one that's like that's like a higher risk altcoin. And he says this like random like Lime Leaf or something that
Right.
like I've never heard of.
Right.
And I thought it was interesting because it was like, man, we've got like, this is a huge show. It's a huge production. And it's like, it's literally like on the wall behind. And it's like, nobody's really talking about it. And I know it's a concerted effort to avoid like putting the Hello token or Hello Labs really specifically the Hello token in the show itself.
Right.
Like, because that can draw all sorts of legal problems and legal issues. But you kind of run into a double bind here, because on one hand, you are promoting it, but then you're in trouble potentially with like litigation and all that. On the other side, you don't promote it at all, and you kind of just say, oh, by design, it's going to be like Killer Whales powered by Hello, or Killer Whales, a production of Hello. But there's really no point in holding the Hello token at that juncture, right? So what I think the team is doing really well, because they've identified that, is that now they're saying, okay, how can we make this more important from bridging the gap between the community and the show? Because I think, and this is the perspective that I've given, is I think the team did there was a little bit of a disconnect between the community and the first season. They were like, oh, we've got all these influencers, we've got these judges, but there was kind of a disconnect or a split when it came time for the show to be released, right? There wasn't that interactivity that we kind of want to see.
Sure.
Season 2 is going to be an effort to change that. This is my understanding, is it's going to be surrounding there's going to be a little bit more skin in the game for the judges, it sounds like, which is something we talked about we wanted to see too.
Yeah.
There's going to be more skin in the game for the projects that are going on to get a swim, because before it was kind of like, oh great, we got a swim, we're like, Ran, are you going to help us? What's going on here? But now it's like a little bit more like written in like stone, like, hey, this is what happens, or this is what you win if you win. And I think that there's a little bit more of a prize there for the people that are going to win. And conversely, for community to participate, there's an avenue now, I believe, where the community, you're really going to want them to participate through Hello to power Killer Whales. So I think that's what everyone kind of wants to see, and that's what I'm excited to see for season 2 specifically. So I think good on them for solving that problem. That's definitely something that like people are talking about, like, great, Killer Whales, awesome, but where does Hello fit in to this whole thing? Now, here's something I wanted to get your take on too. Killer Whales has officially entered post-production.
Right.
My thought is, like, not like games, sure, they could do this, they could do that. I want them to dive into the next show right now. Like, still work on the post-production, but dive on, not the next season of Killer Whales, but the next show. I think they have to like do kind of like what if they had a crypto Wheel of Fortune, like something like that, right? Where it's like they dive into the next thing, release a show a quarter, right? And then you can truly start to say powered by Hello, right? Because when you kind of just have one show, I'm kind of like, well, great, it's powered by Hello, but like what else does Hello do?
Yeah.
And it's like, if you have like Killer Whales by Hello, you have the crypto community, whatever, we're like a community, you get community members do, like we did the Discord duels, right? If you did like Discord duels or like community competition powered by Hello, and you just had these different things, like an Amazing Race type thing powered by Hello, and you just had these shows, right? Like I feel like that's as like a media, because they're straight up a media company right now, Hello TV, right? Like if they started to do that a little bit more, I think that would be where people would go, oh, that makes sense, it's this is another show that is done by Hello. Right now people just kind of don't know where it fits into the greater picture,
but I mean, like they kind of did, and it still didn't release yet due to like the market, so like I think it's out there, but it's still kind of like a waiting game, if you will,
For what? What do you mean specifically?
Like the crypto cribs, right? So like, it's there.
Yeah, I think the crypto cribs, like, I don't think people like. I think they need to do it more interactivity with less. Hey, here's an influencer that holds a lot of crypto. More, here's a crypto community you haven't heard about, and like, because you got to get the masses there, like. I think what they need to do is really incorporate the people into the project rather than like, hey, we've got an influencer talking about Killer Whales. And there's no connectivity to like, Hello, the token holders, the community. So I think that's really where you got to wrap your arms around the community and go, hey, like, community, you get to vote using the Hello token, like which projects were your favorite when this episode debuted, and the majority of the vote would come from you all. Like
Yeah.
75%. Only 25% is the judge's opinion, but really what's going to factor in is what is the community going to do? What
Kind
are
of
they going to vote
like
for?
the old American Idol kind of status to stuff where like that would happen kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like it gets factored in. Or if it's like a reality show or something like that, it's like, hey, it's gonna go live. You got to go live on your X account, and you got to get X amount of votes within 1 hour. And based on how many votes you get from your community, that's how many chances you have to like hit this target or something like that. Like
Yeah.
something where it really wraps up the community into the experience, and it's like, hey guys, we got to support this, because you come across so many good communities that like are going on Killer Whales, and I really feel like there's a missed opportunity to get those community members, just like they did when they were voting, right, to get on the show,
Right.
like to really wrap them up in the experience as well. So
Yeah.
anyway, let's we got Chaotic Kyle here. What's up, Chaotic Kyle? And Piff, I don't know, do you mean like a licensing group? Maybe there for that one. Nathan's saying we just got to put Bomb on the first episode, and he can show his Tesla powered by Hello. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to wrap it, guys. Come on. Why haven't you guys sent over the stuff to wrap the Tesla yet, you know? Driving around with labs all over it, or Killer Whales, either one, you know.
Which by the way, we talked a little bit about the communities that we had on recently. I just want to give a quick shout out to Podchain and Burb. They were on Killer Whales this past week. Unfortunately, we were unable to meet up with them. We were trying to get some time on the calendar to meet up with them, but we wanted to rep the merch that we got. Burb sent us over some merch, so we appreciate it, Burb. Hello, we gotta get that store up and running, man. Like we'll be like repping the Hello merch all day, every day.
Yep.
Yeah,
we even saw some of it. Like, you know, come on.
Right, there were some on the site of Killer Whales. There were some people wearing some Hello Labs merch, like the one of the Altcoin Daily Twins. I don't know which one.
Yeah, no, there were a few people wearing it. I know there was some hats too that were out there. I think I saw some videos.
Oh, there you go. There was someone right there. Yeah, and up above you there was a Hello Labs shirt. Right. Or is that no? Never mind.
No. Oh, this one. Yeah.
That's Sander. And pretty cool to again have Jason Derulo out there. We got.
We'll go through these a little bit slower, but yeah.
I have to say, I think that it was pretty neat. I didn't think that they were going to be able to get back as many judges from the first season as they did. I was actually really impressed. I have to say, I was really impressed, because I felt like someone with Mario's reach probably wouldn't have come back. Same thing with like Scaramucci. Didn't think he would come back, like, because the first season wasn't like a massive like boom, like like huge success, right? But they were still able to get him back, which kind of contributes, and you can kind of see from the pictures there, like there's a very good vibe around like the studio. Like people are having fun, like they're enjoying the experience. It's not just like look at them just messing around. Like they're enjoying it. They're enjoying one another. They're enjoying like messing with one another too, and like getting to actually see each other in person, which is pretty cool.
And I think it's funny too. Like if you think about it in terms of like a, I don't know, let's say like a sports team or school or whatever it is, you have two people that have been there before, have done it before. So they're kind of like, dude, we know how this works kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And so they can mess around as much as they kind of like they want, you know? So I think that's a pretty neat thing to like see them, the way he walks and then making fun of him, like just laughing, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you've got like the freshmen coming on set versus the seniors, right? And it's I like that. That's very true.
I do think too, just to note, like Hello Labs was posted here. Hello Labs is posted on the door. Like I feel like a lot more Hello Labs product placement, if you will, than there was the first season. You know, where everybody coming in is seeing Hello Labs more. Kind of Killer Whales, yeah, we know what it is, but like Hello Labs is now put around a little bit more, if you will.
And I think that's the other reason we need to get another show, because right now people are like, where does this fit into this? Like, is it just a sponsor? Like, is it just a sponsor of the show? Like, they don't. A lot of people just don't know, and so I think if you had another show and it was like, oh, Hello Labs, they were responsible for that show, or they were responsible for that one, rather than like, is that like having Nike in the corner? Like, what does
Right,
that what does
right.
that mean? Like, is that just like they sponsor the World Cup or something, and they're sponsoring this show instead to get like that reach? Like, it's something that I think if they can bridge that gap they can draw better parallels. And honestly, more entertainment. I think if we could do a show a quarter, like, I think is possible to release a show a quarter and
That's
just have it
crazy.
release on Hello TV, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, Killer Whales, it's going to be on all these major platforms, but like these are just going to be released on Hello TV, and you can actually see it and get that entertainment. So we've got some comments here. I'll let you get to chat really quickly. Uh, it's
Yeah,
Chaotic
yeah, I
Kyle
got you.
saying,
Sorry. No.
uh,
Sorry, Nathan. It said IDK. Allowed to say this. Oh, wait. Where did you stop exactly? How far up did you want me to go? That's the real question.
here, I'll read through. I'll
You
read it
get
through.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I got next one. Yeah.
Okay. We'll just put, yeah. So potentially could do that with winning projects from the show or something, an extra win. I that would be really cool
Um.
if like if they won, they got to come back out as a whale and have their project, kind of like they
mm,
did with Shark Tank. Remember they would do that with like people like The
yeah.
Ring, the guy who did The Ring that no one like picked up. They actually had him come back as a judge, and he was
Yeah.
able to judge other project. How cool would that be? That like,
Yeah.
hey, you won season 1 of Killer Whales. Now you've got like a standing invitation to come back and be a whale on one of the. I don't know if that's what Nathan was referencing, but if so, awesome. Love
Yep.
that idea. Um, let's see. We got OG Gaming or Chaotic Kyle. Yep, also OG Gaming. He stopped that channel. I'm getting better, so I started fresh. I like it. I like it, OG Gaming.
Nice.
Nathan saying Burb. Yep, he liked the merch. We got to get the Hello merch going on.
True. True.
I will
True.
clean out the shop. I will just everything I will get from Hello if we have that. Nathan saying, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Mario loves it. He wanted to buy out the show. I mean, I
That's
will say
huge.
with Mario specifically, I was surprised they got him back because when it was filmed, he was just blowing up, kind of like his big following on X. And when they got him secured and signed for the first season, it was just part of that growth, that he was kind of like, yeah, I'll do this, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do this. And then it was kind of like he's sustained that growth since and even added other
Right.
avenues. But I think it's pretty neat that they were able to get him for season 2 and that he likes it so much, right, that he would want to come back.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's pretty awesome that he wanted to buy it out. Let's see, powered by Hello going to start being pushed harder too, is what Nathan said. Yeah, I think again, it's got to be like powered by Hello and then show how it's powered by Hello with like the voting, right? Like,
Right.
hey, season 1 is coming out, like vote for your favorite like judge, right? Vote for your favorite judge in this episode. The judge that gets the most votes, voting using Hello, gets X, Y, and Z. So they start to go, hey guys, vote for me. Vote
Right.
for your favorite judge in this episode. Vote for me using the Hello token. And that's where it's like the judges then have some skin in the game rather than just like, oh yeah, I voted sink or swim. It was kind of whatever. But like they're gonna try to be more entertaining in the episode, right? They're gonna try to have their opinion matter more in the episode, and that's what's gonna kind of carry it through. So
Right.
I think that would be
That's
something.
an interesting one. And have it where you can vote on judges, because then it's kind of then it's almost pressure for them in a way, which is interesting on like how they respond, how they bicker with one another, like how that is. That would be really interesting on how it would change maybe the way they interact with people, right? Where they would start cutting people off because they want to get like heard or whatnot. But yeah,
It
that's
increases the
interesting.
drama factor, and in doing so, it's going to make it more entertaining. And they're actually going to want to win whatever they can win, whether it's a prize pool, whether it's
Right.
hey, like whatever, right? So I think that would be huge, and that would obviously contribute to the
Engagement
Hello.
ego. Exactly what
Yep,
Nathan said. Yep. That's
yep.
true. 'Cause, I mean, you're gonna have people that are like smaller too. I'm sure, like where people aren't as big of a name as other people. But
They're
if
going
you
to
get
try
like
to pick a
Right.
fight with the person that's a bigger,
Right,
whale, so that they can get in the limelight. Right.
Right.
100%.
And then it's like, or then it's going to be like, oh, that person, okay, that was a stupid comment. You were just trying to do that just to like farm that engagement. Like, okay, no, like, what are you doing? But then at the same time, it does make it to where like, oh, I was voted the best whale of this season or this episode, and like outdoing so and so, and it just creates more of a like more engagement on Twitter, more engagement without like communities and stuff like that. So, and they can post their funny clips of, hey, maybe this was the reason I got more engagement because I said this, or why I got more votes. But yeah,
I've got an idea. All right, I want you to hear this idea.
Here we go.
Okay. As the show is streamed live for the first time, okay?
So like
Nathan,
season 2,
this is for
episode
you.
1.
Season 2, episode 1, okay? As the show is streamed live for the first time, you've got what, 4 projects on there?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say 4 projects. Let's make it standard. You've got 4 projects that are coming on. You've got 5 judges, okay? As each project comes out, you have a window where people have to vote for people as it's live. Like, it's a live watch and vote party, okay? So you're going to have, before the next like commercial break or whatever, you're going to have a chance for people to vote for their favorite judge from the first project, as well as at the end they can vote for their favorite project. But while they're watching, they vote for their favorite judge. Lowest vote is eliminated. Then it's top 4. Next project goes out. Then it's top 3. Next project goes out. Then it's top 2. Next project goes out.
It's an interesting idea, but it's not possible.
No, it is. Why is it not possible? You host the live watch on the Hello site as the episode debuts at this time, just like you would if you're tuning into like,
right.
right? So then as it's being done, you say, okay, guys, this is the hour when it's going to be the voting for your favorite judge. The projects,
right.
You can have a 24-hour period after the episode's gone. But vote for your favorite judge within this window. Because this is where the influencers, the judges, whatever, they're going to say.
What do you mean out, though?
What do you mean out? So, no. You vote. Basically, it's a competition for the judges for every single episode, right?
Right.
So as it debuts, and Nathan and OG Game, like, let me know if this makes sense. So as it's going, you have them vote. So the first project walks out, right? They do their pitch or whatever. The judges vote. And while the judges are voting, maybe even all the way through that pitch, right? You have it open to where you can vote for your favorite judge. The top 4 judges move on. Like, it's not going to change the episode at all. The episode is what
you're just
is.
saying the top 4 move on while it's
like a tournament, right?
Okay,
while it's like done, and then the next project comes out, and you only have voting for now those top 4 judges because this one was eliminated. And then you have them vote, so you get to see more of the judges throughout the episode that as it's being done, and you get to vote for your favorite. And then, okay, now it's only these top 3 because these top 3 receive the highest votes. And as you're doing it, you're having Hello being spent and burned for every single judge. You can even have judges vote for themselves, of course, and they can try to, win that. But you can also separate it so that it's a maximum vote of X amount of Hello per wallet, right? And so there's a lot of different ways that you could do that to where you have that interactivity with the judges. And I like that more than like, it's kind of like you just vote for the projects and maybe your favorite judge of the episode, because it's like, no, like when that debuts, that's a big event for the judges to say like, hey guys, tune into this and vote for me, because they don't want to see their name the first one X'd, right? They don't want to see their name. They want to win because there's something to be gained from that. So anyway, yeah, I think that's kind of we got OG Gaming saying it's an interesting concept. It can work definitely. We'll just have to figure out how to make it run smoothly.
Right. Because you need a lot of people tuning in, which could create that, right? Where it's like, hey, if we're voting out judges or like who was top through 5, or let's say you have 5 judges and they post that afterwards. Hey, Killer Whales, this is what the community thought were the best whales of this episode. It could create that and bring people in, but at the same time, it's an interesting idea, and I think if it was live and it was well done, it could be possible. I don't know necessarily that. I mean, you could use hello to do it, but yeah, it'd be an interesting one. It'd be at least an interesting one to see what it's like. But yeah, it could work well. But
It's
yeah, it'd be
like your
hard.
opportunity to sink your least favorite killer whales. Like get back at the killer whales. Like
Right.
this is your chance to go on the Hello site because they have the voting set
But
up
what if it
already.
changes during the episode where you're like, oh, I actually kind of like this person more than this person?
Too bad. After that point, that person is like you get to vote again as each project comes out, but you don't get to vote for the person that's eliminated. That person's eliminated at that point, right? So it's like as the episode is going on, you're going to see different sides of the judges because it's presumably the same judges throughout each episode, right?
Right.
And it would be neat because there's kind of this feel that it's kind of artificial, the promotion by the KOLs. It's kind of like, hey guys, can you take a picture with this script, please? Like, can you do this, please, to like say that you're out there? And now it's starting to get more organic, where you like see them interacting and they're like sharing pictures with one another. Like, hey, I was able to see this person and that person. How much more if you have them saying, guys, I need you to vote for me instead of for Ran over there. Come on, don't let Ran beat me because I'm never gonna hear the end of it. If he's crowned kind of like in the Champions League, when you win the Champions League, you get the shirt for the next year, right? And it'd be funny if the person had got to wear a specific shirt for that episode in the next season, that they were the judge that was voted for the fate. So just little things like that just pad their ego, right? Like, hey, this is something they can share with their following, or whenever someone says something, just be like, oh, sorry, like I was number 1 in the vote. I don't really know what, like, I don't have to take it from you.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what
nothing.
you guys are saying, but like as the number 1 judge here, this is what I'm thinking. So just, I mean, take that however you want, but I mean, yeah, that would create
it's so
a lot.
beautifully toxic that it's like it creates that drama, right? Between the judges. Because I feel like it's a stark contrast from previously. It was a little bit more like, yeah, I don't really care, but like it sounds great, but I'm gonna sink it. Like, but it sounds terrible, but I'm gonna give you a swim. And I think this would create that that kind of drama. Anyway, that was a long kind of segue because we were thinking about an idea there in live time. But I appreciate the feedback. Nathan saying, I like the idea. I'm not tech enough to know any obvious issues, but I will look into it and talk with Andrew about it. That sounds great. I think that would be gnarly. I mean, just if that could flow through, and it was like, because that's a big thing, is like getting a live watch event, and then if you wanted to layer that beneath the video on the site after it's all done, so even if people missed it or whatever, they could see that those were the people that were voted for the best, because that's where people are like, you kind of process events that happen, whether the U.S. just had the presidential debate, right? And you kind of go to like X, you kind of go other places to see like, this is kind of how I was feeling about that, but was it like validated by other people? Like, how did other people feel about it? And you kind of go inside that chamber like, oh yeah, okay, I'm not alone. Like, that's a funny meme, or that's a funny meme. And so I think it would kind of create that for the episode as they're going through, where they can be like, wait, like, I don't know if I'm crazy about that judge's opinion. Oh, yeah, it looks like they were voted out first for that. Or this person, I liked what they said, so obviously they won the vote for that. So I think that'd be cool to see. And don't want to dwell too much on that because we've already talked about that. But I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Let's just pop through on some of the judges if we're good for that. Like what?
That was the next thing to talk about. So let's go ahead. So you have Tina. Tina show up. You had Crypto George, which I think is very interesting because there was another show that he was a part of, and now someone just kind of whipped out their rope and they lassoed him in there, and he's converted to the best show.
Thread guy right here.
Yeah. So again, look at all the hundreds of thousands of followers that have been like added to the mix. I think it's pretty neat that they've done that. And what does that say from Sander? What is he saying about Thread Guy there?
Legends on stage. Illuminate right here.
I love that.
Yep, pretty good right there. Hey, might as well give a follow for all these people, actually, We'll talk
Oh,
about
good,
that
good.
Yeah. Right here, Jason getting on set. That was pretty neat. Comment if you think you know what surprises season 2 will have in store. Pretty wild right there. Yeah, that's a great picture though. I like that picture. That's a great picture. Great job, Sander. It's awesome. Right here we have Jake, the based Brett, made a quick video about this. I think this is the one with, I think I saw this video earlier, but yep. Bringing in a Cybertruck. Gotta love that right there. That's clean. I should ask, Oh, should have. Well, wait. Are we still live?
What?
Are you there?
I think. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
sorry. Yeah, you're good. But yeah.
I went like 10 seconds without talking. Mom's
Yeah.
like, something must be up.
I was like, what's going on with Finn over there? Is he okay? No, Cybertruck looks legit. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Come on, where can we get that for Hello or Killer Whales? But hey, even right here, I think just that, the Killer Whales and Hello, like, that's pretty awesome, Like, they're popping that out there already, which is gnarly.
Yeah, and that's what Nathan's saying here. Actually mentioned Hello and has over 250,000
Right.
followers. Yeah. And
Slumdog right here, or Slum Doge, sorry. But yeah, again, posting with Killer Whales and then Hello Labs, you can kind of see in the background too, right? So I think they're doing good there. So I mean, again, a huge amount of followers posting about it. But like this one feels like organic in a way, where it's like, oh yeah, on set just taking a picture. So here's another one right here with Ran taking a picture, huge, posting that. Again, this is just filming, just getting together with people filming. So I think this is gnarly. Right here we have Ellie, 3,000 partnered, but yeah, pretty good here. VIP pass. This one, we know Ev right here. Loving the hat right there. Come on, where the hat's at? Finn's wearing a hat right now. He could be wearing the Killer Whales hat every single... come on.
Like, yeah.
They're there. Nathan.
Guys.
Come on.
Guys. We'll pay for them. We'll pay... How much will we pay?
I mean, this right here, what are we talking? Looks like... I mean, that's embroidered. Okay. Easy peasy. Come on.
That's not a 110F flex fit right there, though. That's my jam. I like the flat bill. So, I mean...
You're a flat bill, but you're not a flex fit.
Oh, yeah.
You're a
sure, yeah.
You're not a snapback. You're a flex fit.
No. Oh well, they have. Oh yeah, I guess they don't. They just have the. That's right.
I mean, we'd both be rocking one probably daily. Like, come on. Like, where is this stuff? Let me tell you this right now.
Sure.
The amount of people that I come in contact, first of all, because I'm in branding and all that stuff, but the amount of people that I come in contact with that I'm like wearing something and they're like, oh. Where'd you get that? Like, what'd you do? Like,
yeah, there you go, Nathan. 110F flex fit. Yeah, let's get that up in the house.
Hey, I'm more. I lean more towards Richardson and Decky, but I mean that's totally fine with you guys. But I mean, I'm fine with 110. Good old, if we're budget friendly, let's go with the U-Pong, bro. I mean, I love
trucker all the way. Yeah, seriously, if we want to make it budget friendly, though, let's go with a mesh trucker. Okay?
A mesh trucker right there. I love it. No, yeah. All I'm saying is a lot of people come in contact with me, and I'm always wearing something. I really am, because that is the industry that I'm in. So if I'm not wearing something, it's kind of like, what are you doing out in public without wearing something? So if I'm wearing that, conversations are always happening. And Killer Whales, it's such a, like, that's more of a prominent thing. Like, oh, what the heck is Killer Whales? Like, that's an interesting one to kind of start a conversation. So come on, give me this.
I'm just big about the ocean and the animals in it, okay? Like,
I'm a huge Killer Whales fan.
No, but I think it's neat too, because like in the branding, like you have the green and the red, right. And it's like it very clearly communicates that it's not like that it's something beyond just like a killer whale in the water, right? It's like, okay, there's something like to that, is that like some nerdy anime show that I've missed out
Let's
on or something, or like let's talk about it. Let's see what
let's
it
just
is.
put it this way, Nathan. All we need from you is an okay to create these hats and just send us the artwork and we'll do it. You know what I mean? Like at least that.
We'll do it and we'll pay for it.
Exactly.
We'll pay for the things to get distributed.
Come on. It has been too long. Oh my gosh. It started with Doge Dash socks more than 2 years ago with when we were first playing the game. Oh my gosh. It's been so long. That was a joke back when I was streaming on Twitch. That's hilarious. All right.
It's been a while, man.
Dude,
wow, that's
It
crazy.
has been a long time.
It's been a journey. I love it.
It has.
All right. Well, I think the last thing that we had to talk about was so we were unable to meet up with Burb, by the way.
Yes.
We tried to figure out the schedule because we were trying to get lunch, but I think work was just a little too busy for Bomb and myself on what was that? I think it was Thursday or something.
Something like that.
So yeah, something we just weren't able to meet up. But loving the Burb crew. We appreciate you guys trying to connect and do that. Best of luck to both Burb and Paw Chain. Obviously they're going to be under NDAs and all that stuff, but we hope things went really well for you guys. We got OG Gaming saying, is hello on the side of that Killer Whales hat?
It's a great question.
Ooh.
Could be.
That is an amazing question. Or like on the back as like a little tag or something, like Hello
Yeah.
Labs or something.
Or it could be
That's
in the lining on the inside, Who knows?
That's pretty crazy.
This is
Involved.
neat to see the behind the scenes footage. So it looks like they're, just filming what it looks like behind the set. So there might be some more stuff that comes out.
Yeah,
Which is
it definitely
really
looks like
neat.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know-
honestly,
Would you like to go?
we
first?
both have like really big thoughts at the same time. So I want to get your thought. What was your
My
go-
first
go
thing
ahead.
is so much stuff was hidden last time. Where this one is more like, nah, let's just take a ton of
Right.
videos and like let's just go for it. Like you see here, where this was never shared before. Where you could like, who's on that couch? Like, let me try to figure out who's on that couch. Who's in the background right here? Like,
Right.
this is great filming, but like the slow pan, like, okay, wait, who's like sitting right there? Who they talking to right there? Like, you start
Yeah.
thinking about those things, and it's like, okay, it continues to pan, and look at everybody back here, all Coin
Yeah,
Daily Brothers.
I definitely,
like it's
I
a
definitely
lot more.
like that they're less like we gotta hide this because this is like the biggest thing about our show is who's part of it. It's
Right.
more like, no, this is just who we are and this is who we get.
Right.
And like you get to see all these people and like they're there. It's not like it had its time for sure, because I think that like initially you're like, okay, are they going to be able to get like bigger names? But once they released like the person of a week or whatever it was, person a day,
Yeah.
I don't think we're there anymore. I think we're past that. I think we're past like the like,
Yeah.
is this going to be a concept that people are going to want to get on board with? But what I was going to say is I think the whole Powered by Hello, they need to just throw everything to a community Hello vote. Like everything just needs to get thrown to a vote to where it really feels like it is powered not just by Hello, but by the Hello community as well. Because I think one of the things that we heard from the community was that there was too long without any kind of discourse or things to do for the community
Sure.
beyond like just talking about their day in the Telegram chat. And I think it'd be neat if it was like little things like, hey guys, like who was your favorite judge for this thing? It can just be Paul dropping a survey or a vote or something like that, or
Right.
just as the episodes are coming out, I think is going to be huge, like voting in there and just like participating via the Hello token. So I want to
Right.
see a lot more like, because it's a simple thing that you can do, right? Once you have the tech to host a voting leaderboard like they have for the projects,
Yep.
you can do that across the board for like judges, for your favorite episode, for your favorite project. And I think that's what I would love to just see like all the time. Like,
Yeah.
hey, vote for your favorite influencer that came out, vote for your favorite, and like that's where the Hello community gets to talk about that and dialogue, and it goes back to the influencers share it and say, guys, vote for me, and it flows back the other way. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I think
awesome thoughts there, Bomb.
I think this is neat to see, like, him taking a picture between these two. I like that they kept, like, them together. I think that's because it creates, I mean, you know, it just creates good stuff. But again, this is huge. Like, this was never ever posted before, right? But now it's just like, nope, we know, like, we know who we get. We know we're big time. Like, let's just move forward with it. So.
Yeah, and it doesn't inhibit the promotion of it, right? Because that was one thing. It was like, oh, what can we share and what can we not share? Like, you're still seeing that the projects themselves are not able to say anything, and nothing is said about the projects, but they're kind of like allowing this, like this absolute dynamite to meet with like C4 of having the influencers like post about it with one another, and like, this is where I'm at, this is all this stuff, where it was a little bit more like, oh, don't show the set like unless it's through official channels, or like don't show like we could reveal too much about the other judges that are also in the show, and like I think they're doing a much better job with this.
Yeah.
So
oh,
there's I think is that Paul?
I think it is.
I think that was the main man himself.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, maybe. Behind the, look at that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think, yep, kind of looking at the, and so again, we've entered post-production. So I'm like, personally, I'd love to see another show like begin filming. Like, I'd love that, because that was something else, right? After Killer Whales season 1, it was kind of like, okay, awesome. What's next? Season 2?
Right.
Like, we wait for season 2 to come out in a year or so? Like,
it would be I think
it's a big undertaking, I know, but like, as a crypto project, that this is what we do. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do next. I think
you could do a lot with more like I mean, I don't know how you necessarily do it, but more like raw footage of like, I don't know. You could do something with the judges. You could do something with the projects that are on the show. But like, I mean, yeah, maybe just go completely different and don't even do that show, but do something completely different. You know,
I think a different show. I think they need a different show. They need like a game show type thing where you have people that come on and there's a prize pool, and it's just like a fun game show type idea. Because it's like, we need Hello Labs to be the sponsor, or the engine, not the sponsor, because that's what people might think it is. We need that to be the engine behind a couple of different shows, that it's like, after Killer Whales concludes, then it's like, and guess what's coming this fall? Or like, what's coming next? Because that was a big thing that people were like, okay, the show's out, like, cool, but now why do I hold this token type thing?
Yeah.
Like, I guess I'll just buy it again when the next season comes out. But like, if they had that interactivity with different shows as well as Killer Whales as things came out, I think that would behoove the project. But
yeah,
it looks like you're getting caught up on what happened this past week.
Pretty much, dude. You know, I've just been out of it for a little bit. Great hair, by the way, from Joshua Jake here. Gotta love that.
Oh.
I think it's really great. I think Wendy O right here, special guest, dropped by the set. Pretty cool. Great t-shirt. Gotta love that. Yeah. No, it's pretty awesome. I think it's really cool. Just stuff like this, that's really neat to see, right? Everyone's kind of reacting to it taking place in the recording of it, you know? Like, that's pretty huge.
All right, so here's what we got to do. For those that have stuck around, I'm looking at you, OG Gaming, and Nathan, and potentially Piff. We're going to just add your names to the wheel, because we got to do a spin the wheel. Like we said we were going to do it, so we've got to go ahead and do this.
Can my name not get added into this, or what?
What, you want to be a spoiler? Is that what you're saying? Well, we got to go to a little wheel action here and be the wheel deal. But in terms of the words of wisdom, oh, here we go. Nathan's saying, I think something that's lost in the crypto space is investing in a company for performing well versus having utility. I'm kind of seeing. Could you elaborate further on what you mean, like by
Yeah.
performing well? Because I think that's a big thing. Is like we're trying to. Okay, here we go. Obviously, utility is important, and we will always push for more. But I find it interesting that companies like Apple never need to add utility to get big investment, but crypto needs to. Yeah, over here, yeah, let's let Bomb spice it up. So I think it's interesting because push there is that push for utility in the crypto space because you don't necessarily have like with stocks you have dividend payouts, right? Like if you have like Apple or Microsoft, you can get those dividend payouts like quarterly, right? And with crypto, there's really no such thing if you don't have staking to where you don't get that same kind of utility if we want to call it that. But I do think it is interesting to your point, like there
Oops.
it's in crypto, a lot of it is like whether people want to acknowledge it or not, outside of having like your own blockchain, a lot of people see crypto as like you're just meme projects, right? And your meme projects based on the marketing or the word of mouth or whatever, like SHIB or Dogecoin, like all that stuff is basically like you fit the mold of like a meme token. Now, I will say this with meme tokens, I think, and I've told people on the team this, like Hello is essentially a crypto marketing company. So, like, we need to market throughout the year. We need to have other shows happening throughout the year. Like, it needs to be the marketing hub because it's essentially when you have reduced utility or not a lot of utility, then it becomes about like what is your value is that you have a platform to promote other cryptos. So that's why everyone gets excited as a project to apply for Killer Whales because you want that notoriety for your project. So if you work backwards from your core competency there, then Hello, their value add to the crypto space is their ability to get marketing promotion for these projects. So if that's the case, then you start to work in your utility into that core competency, which that gap has not been bridged yet in truly, I think, a way that once it happens, like if we're talking about like the voting all the time, you tie in the influencers, the community projects, or the projects, you tie in the community. That's where the project will truly be like firing on all cylinders. And that gap it's been hinted at, but it hasn't been executed in a way just yet that I think once Hello does that, I think, man, that could be a game over moment in terms of any competitors even having a shot. Because once they do that, I just get excited about that because I think once that happens and you really have that token utility tied into your core competency and what you do best, they've had token utility, but it hasn't been tied into their core competency. You can play games with the Hello token, but that's not what Hello does best. Is Doge Dash or is Dash of the Dead? And it seems like they're kind of like questioning, hey, what is our identity? Like, what do we do best? But really, it's marketing. You're a marketing company, so get your utility tied into that via voting for all these things that as you're promoting them, you get that investment and that cycle back from the community and the projects. Anyway, that's whole separate tangent, but anyway, that's that. What are your thoughts, Bomb? And were you just kind of doing the wheel over there and kind of like, yeah, this clown just
I'm all
keeps
for
talking.
it. I'm just going to say I agree. That's what we'll say. I mean, Nathan said, yeah, I agree too. So,
That feels like safe territory, right? To say.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that a lot can be done in terms of Nathan saying like utility versus performance. I think it's very difficult because if it's crypto is community driven. Everything is like community driven here, which is like the hard thing because like it's not like, oh, we're going to see how you did your yearly report or your quarterly reports and we're going to like that's not how that works. Like this like
Right.
you got to get to a certain point where it's like, dude, we are on hype. We're on community. Like, that's how we grow, right? As long as you keep feeding that community, that's how we get to a point to where it's like, no, we've been with this community. It's been solid. We can get into chat and have a chill time, and it doesn't matter where the price necessarily is, because we know we've been taken care of to this point, and we know we're performing and bringing out quality products. Like that. That's the main thing. So
and if it gets lost too, it's really hard to, and it takes a lot of effort to recoup. Like that kind of like if it's like, okay, like we're at this spot now where like we're only interacting with like people at this level and above.
Right.
Like that is a very like quick route to lose everyone below. Like you still have to interact with like the person that's asking like the basic question, right? About like, hey guys, can you guys help me with this? As you would Mario coming in and saying like, hey, like what are your guys' thoughts about doing this? And it's tough because you kind of gotta, continue to do that. I want to get to chat because I see chat going. I also understand that it was different before I showed up, and I only know what I've seen the last few months really. So IDK, how disconnected everything was. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think once like you got to have that interaction. Like Bomb was saying, the engine is the community. That is the engine, whether you're a huge crypto company or whether you're small grassroots trying to build. And I think if the tie-ins between the community, the project, the founders, they get severed in any way, like I think you instantly turn off the engine. And you might not even realize it because you're still coasting. Right? You might not even realize it for a couple of months, because like, oh, you look at the chart just isn't dropping off the edge of a cliff, but pretty soon that engine, it's going to be obvious when you're like, hey, I'm going 40 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, and like, can we get the engine restarted? And it's like, well, it's going to take a little bit to now get back up to that spot. So I think these are just different ways that you can play into your core competencies. You can keep that engine going. You can keep the community engaged. And again, that's what we want to see. We've been part of the community for a long time, and we know there's such awesome potential with like this team, this project, that like everything. So I'd love to see like more of that emphasized as we get into the release for season 2. What is being said here, Bomb?
Shoot,
what is this,
bro?
What is this? What? Oh boy, Nathan's saying DM me an address for merch. I love it. You better believe it, Nathan.
No way. Sending a message right now.
Oh boy. Hey, why don't you just put can you just put your address for both of us? We'll meet up. I'll collect it.
Up. Let's do it. Yeah.
That'll be easy. So in case anyone doesn't know, Bomb and I, we live like, what is it? 40 minutes from one another? Something like that. 30, 40 minutes. Depends on how fast he's driving. So it's
30,
actually kind of
20,
cool.
Around there.
Because we can link up like way more often, because he moved a little bit closer too recently. Semi-recently, I guess.
Yeah.
Semi-recently. But anyway, so that is gnarly. All right, let's do a giveaway for OG Gaming here. Let's get OG Gaming some tokens here. Can we add? Yeah, I love how you put your name on the board. You punk.
I mean, I had to.
Yeah, you got to be a spoiler there. So, are we gonna do the first person to win 2 spins? Change Piff's name to MeTV Tunes, please.
MeTV Tunes, please.
What is you? What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Just making sure, bro.
You're saving on keystrokes on that back channel chat, man.
That's fair.
I was like, man, is this Morse code? What am I trying to do here?
If Nathan is saying this, I am jumping on this as fast as I can. I don't even care what happens to the stream at this point. If I can get this merch, I am getting this merch right away, dude.
I'm straight up telling chat what you're saying. That's so funny. So he just typed me UAM. And I was like, "What the heck is that? Is that a university that I'm not attending?" But like, a medium is what I think he meant. So is that what you meant, Bomb, by saying that? Because yes. I could be a medium. I'm kind of like a small large or a large medium. So whatever that.
So if
equates
it's a Bella canvas, he's gonna want to go with a large. If it's a next
Yeah.
level, he'll probably stay
I'll
with
be
a
a medium.
medium. Same with Gildan soft style, probably wants to
Oh,
go with a medium.
large. Yeah, maybe medium for
Gildan.
I
usually
just
runs
I'm not a fan of the Gildan.
I'm
I
not
just
either, really.
you gotta go with next level.
Soft
Which I
style
love.
Nice, though. They're doing well.
This tank top, by the way, it feels like it's Bella canvas is what it feels like. I gotta check that. Bella canvas or next level? It's probably
Bella
next
canvas. I think it's Bella canvas.
level. Really? Yeah, it
so.
feels like Bella canvas or next level.
So.
And yours does not look like a Bella canvas. Yours looks like
No. But it's okay. It's soft style.
Oh.
When I first got these, they're really like, I got like 10 of them because I liked them. But it just there's preferences. Everybody has preferences, guys. So it is what it is. But it's all good.
We love to rep the please was for you, Bomb.
Yes.
Thanks. Hey, great fortune to everyone on the wheel. Yeah, here we go. By
if
the
I
way,
get 3 wins, no one wins, right?
okay, sure, we'll do that. Okay, first person to win 2, but if Bomb gets 3, y'all lose because we have to do something because there's like 4 people or 3 people on the wheel. All right, here we go.
Perfect.
Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. How many tokens are we giving away, Bomb? What are we doing? We didn't even talk about this.
You tell me, and I can send them this time. Well, let me rephrase that. Depending on how much you say, then we
10,000 tokens. No, let's go 500. 500. I think that's what we did last time for the grand prize giveaway. It's 500 tokens. Bomb's like,
500 tokens. All right, let's do it. All right.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Fun fact. Do you know how much 500 tokens was worth at the beginning of this year?
Absolutely not.
Okay, it was about $130, I think. Something like that, yeah.
That's nuts.
It was over $100. It was like 110, 115,
That's
something like
crazy.
that. So anyway, just so you know, this is what you're potentially giving away right now.
Wow.
Is
That's
yeah,
nuts.
fun.
All right, let's do it. 500 tokens.
All right. Ooh, Piff is saying Wheel of Elimination. I think we're just gonna, because we don't have that many names here, we just do
2 wins.
Just 2 wins, unless it's Bomb. He takes home 3.
3.
And
all right,
yeah,
here we
y'all,
go.
And y'all might lose then.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. First one.
It feels like it's rigged due to the merch thing, but that's 1 win for Nathan. if he wins back to back, yeah, I'm gonna get jumped.
There are gonna be more questions than answers.
That's true. All right, 1
All
for
right.
Nathan. Here we go. Big spin. No freaking.
Why does this always
Nathan's
happen?
the winner. Wouldn't you know it?
Wouldn't you know it? No surprises there.
No,
Just sent you
that
over
was
on my sizes.
It is completely random, guys. I promise. I promise it's random. But Nathan is saying double it and send it to the next person, and he does not want to take it. So maybe we just remove Nathan at this point. I don't know how that happened. I promise you this wheel is not rigged. I promise you this wheel is not rigged. I don't even
I don't believe him, guys. I don't even believe him.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's no way that happens. That's crazy. What do we want to do now?
Yeah, what is it? I think thanks for buying the merch, boys. We can't be giving out handouts.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Guys, it is completely random.
It's got to be what it is. You either win or you lose, It's just no, Nathan, that's not.
Nathan won.
Can't do that. You won square and fair.
You can use them as a community giveaway if you want. Who knows? But put it in the helping hands. Boy, do we have it in helping hands. We got to do something there. We got to do something.
You know what? Dude, funny story. So I was in the shower, and I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking about the Triple H, and I was like, not only do we need it, because when it went down, we topped up. I think we put like 2,500 tokens or something in there. We'd have to check that, but it was like 2,000 or something that we added tokens. I think we need to top up again, and I was thinking about ideas for that, and I was like, this is what we were planning on doing, but now that it's like summertime, I had ideas about things that we could do there. Because one thing we could do to just like kick it off and say, hey, this is just a video that we're doing. We could just live stream us donating to whatever charity was voted the highest of like 3. We could do that, right? And that could be like hey, this would be a cool like thing that people can see. They can see where it's going, X, Y, and Z. But I think we need to do a video.
Timeout. Here's the thing.
What is it?
Nathan just got us some merch, right? Which means we can now go out there and be like, hey, powered by the Hello Helping Hands community, we are now doing XYZ, paying for rent, paying for food, whatever it is. That's big time right there. So once we get that merch, I think that's big time because then we can make the videos about it.
I like it.
Triple H. So Nathan, yeah, you explain what Triple H is to Nathan real quick.
Triple H is the Hello Helping Hands. So it's something that we were wanting to put together as a community sponsored thing where the community gets to do just awesome, like helpful stuff for people. And when we do it, we just talk about hello. It's like, hey, have you heard about the Hello token? And it's like, no, you haven't. Well, here's what it is. And here's what the community is all about. Like, this is something that we want to do because we were talking so many times with like community members as we were doing these spin the wheels. And we thought, hey, what would be some extra stuff as we were like filming ourselves, like going out in public and like giving away Doge Dash tokens when people, or Hello tokens when people would play Doge Dash. We were thinking that's cool and it's fun and it's great content, but how can we like make it more meaningful? How can we like help people that like right now it's not the greatest time for a lot of people. And so how can we help people that are like maybe struggling to pay certain bills, or like as it gets into the holidays later this year, like are they going to be able to like get presents for their kids type thing. So it was kind of an adventure of thought to see like what could we do to really help some people out while also giving some like organic-esque promotion to say like, hey, we wanted to give a shout out to these Hello community members that contributed to this fund for you. Like this isn't from us, this is from the Hello community. So anyway, that's what the origin of that fund is. And as the price has gone down a little bit, we've actually put in like more to like keep the value of it relatively up there, but it's fallen. So we need to make sure we up that a little bit as well. And Bomb and I have been, a lot of it, like people are like, oh, can you guys like top up? And we're like, sure, you know what, we want to do that because other people are contributing into it as well. And oftentimes when people will like put it into the Triple H fund, we'll match their donation. It's a separate wallet for those of you who are wondering. This is not how Bomb made some jokes about like, oh, this is how like I got my Tesla or something.
That's not it, guys.
You can see. Do you have the wallet, Addy, that you can drop in chat too, so that people can see that? This is the wallet address here. And yeah, Nathan's saying literally bringing Web3 to real life to the masses. And that was really like what we wanted. We wanted it to be something like it wasn't removed from like, hey, this is crypto that helps. Like it's crypto that isn't just about like, oh, it's us versus them. Like these are these influencers and like you see them on TV, but like it's so disconnected from reality or actually like helping people and like interacting with people on the street and stuff. And so we kind of wanted to incorporate that in like as the community, like this is what we're all about. And this is like why we like to help people. So anyway, yeah, that's what that is. But we will, I think, are you gonna, oh, you dropped it in,
bro,
drop in the chat.
Kyle, OG Gaming, I just got it back after not having it for like 2 weeks because it was somebody hit me. So
you driving too fast, were you?
No, it's crazy story. I was on the freeway, hit the brakes, sitting still. Somebody came up, bumped me, and then got bumped into me, and they were claiming I was road raging and weaving in and out of lanes. I was like, no, that's not the case. I have it all on footage. And then he called me back 10 minutes later after I sent it, and he's like, so we're accepting full liability for this, so we'll take care of your car and get your rental. So yeah, all that to say, now the rental company's coming after me for stupid stuff, and it has been literally a trip. It's been so... And
wait,
it's like,
what is the rental company coming after you for? The one that you rented your temporary car?
Yeah, I rented a temporary car, and it was, bro, it's so bad, bro. I literally was, they're like, hey, there's an extra policy of like, whatever happens, you're good, right? So it was like $22 a day or something. And I'm like, yeah, sure, like sign up. And they said you could call and cancel it or whatever. It's like, okay, good. I get it for 2 days. I call the second day and I said, hey guys, like, it looks like I'm gonna be without my car for like a couple weeks. Let me just cancel this. Like, I don't want it anymore. He said, all right, go ahead. Like, sure, we'll cancel it. And then you can come in and change cars out, like whatever. Turns out I couldn't change my car out because I wanted a bigger car. And then they said, no, like the insurance that's covering it won't be able to like upgrade your car. So you're stuck with this one. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Stuck with it like for 2 weeks or whatever. And then I turned it in the other day and they're like, all right, so you owe us like $500. And we're like, I'm like, wait, I should owe you $44 and that's it. What are you saying right now? And they're like, no, well, that's our policy that you're supposed to bring it in if you're canceling that policy. And I'm like, dude, you never once said that to me. And on the phone, you said it canceled it. So I've been on 2 calls with them already. And I said, hey, like, I called you guys. I said, I don't know who your customer support was, but they said it was all taken care of. And he's like, well, our manager said, no, this is our policy. And it's like, it's just a he said, she said. And I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to, like, and they're like, well, no one would tell you that. And I'm like, what do you mean no one would tell? Like, you should have the recordings of the call. Like it is so stupid, bro. I'm like, how, like, what are you saying? Like, it is so frustrating, bro.
But wait, hold on. If they're accepting all liability for this, wouldn't the 500 just go to the person that hit you?
No, because this is like that added like insurance, that $22 a day for like full coverage of whatever happens to the car, right?
Dude,
So
insurance be a scam
but
every single time.
It's so stupid that this rental car agency is like, no, it's just a he said, she said. I'm like, dude, no.
No, it's a did you record or did you not on
like,
the call?
And they've been like, so did you call Sunday? Because I got an email Thursday about the call that you made to customer service. And I'm like, no, so I called Thursday, dude. Like, you're like, it's so stupid. And I'm like, bro, at this point, I'm like,
these calls are recorded for quality assurance purposes. Can we please get that recording?
And then they're like, do you remember the name of the person that you talked to? And I'm like, bro, I don't write. I'm in sales. I talk to so many people. Like, I don't write down everybody's name. I think it was Robert or whatever. And they're like, well, we don't have anybody working here, Robert. And I'm like, okay, well, I called customer service. He's like, oh, right. Then, yeah, like, we don't know who that is. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Time out. They sent you an email, and there should be a number related to that. So who sent the email? It's like, bro, y'all are incompetent. Like, what is going on?
No, they're intentionally projecting incompetence because the more that they can make you work for it, the more they're going to say, he's just going to go, it's not worth it. I'm going to pay the $500.
Right.
And they're to just make this go away type thing.
Right. And I was a little snotty with the guy. I was like, so you're going to have your boss call me back? And just so I can be clear, your name is Justin or like, just like whatever. I was like, bro, I'm not out
And just to be clear, your name is Justin. Also, I'm recording this on a separate device that I'm talking to you.
Bro,
that's a trip.
It's so stupid right now. So.
Oh, man. Anyway, That's tough. I'm sorry, but you're getting your Tesla back soon.
No, I got it. I finally got it.
Oh.
So we're back in it. But yeah, Tesla testimonies. I love that. Yeah, hopefully it gets sorted, Nathan. It's a bummer, but exactly why I'm recluse is such a disappointment. Not the vibe. 100 fold and return. Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It sucks, but.
Yeah, hey, if I can just let you know, I'm supposed to go to a wedding later today.
Wow.
And I got not my own. Already married. But I am going to a wedding, and last night was driving, and I was 30 seconds from home, and I ran over something, and I just got new tires for my cars.
No.
Car. I have one car. I just got new tires for my car. Blew out one of the tires, and so I'm like watching the PSI. The PSI, yeah, is going down as I'm driving. I'm like, can I make it home, please?
No.
So I'm driving, and it's like 41, 36, 28. Like,
No.
I'm puttering onto my driveway, and like, I looked behind my car, and there was like rubber lines because I was driving on a deflated tire. It was like
No.
8 PSI by the time I got pulled into my driveway. So bad. So anyway, that's gotta get taken care of. Apparently, it's gonna be done. So I'm gonna get dressed up for this wedding, gonna Uber to the car place, and then pick it up
No.
in wedding like attire.
That's hilarious.
Because it's only gonna be ready at the time where I'm gonna have to like pick it up and go. So
That's hilarious. Wow.
yeah, that's
Wow.
that
Good luck
happened.
with that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Well, Nathan, gotta go, boys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for everything. You got it, dude. You have a great weekend yourself. I think we just do some words of wisdom and call it a day. I don't even,
That sounds good. We've been on for about an hour 15 talking about a lot of stuff, including killer whales. Hello, and Bomb and I are sob stories. So there we go. There you have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and do a words of wisdom, and we'll send those over to Nathan. Go ahead and in the same Telegram chat where Bomb's doing that, just drop your Addy, and we'll send that one over. But
True.
over to you, Bomb.
All right. I don't know. I might have said this one before, but here we are. We're moving over to it.
Hey, wisdom is still wisdom, even if you've heard it before.
That's very true. Very true. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's Words of Wisdom. Here we go. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad.
I like that.
There you go.
I think I've heard that one before.
I think so.
From you.
I think so.
But that's a good one. It was a while ago, and it's still true today,
It is.
especially with all the summer fruit salads that are
That's
out there.
true. It's a lot of people are making fruit salad, so I got to remind them sometimes. But
Oh, look at what Piff's saying there. We got to make that our emoji logo, the fin and bomb. See that?
I like
That's pretty
that.
good.
That's pretty good.
Clever.
Yeah, we
Clever,
need to
clever.
do a revamp, Somebody's got to
think
get
so.
some graphic design. We got to use Chat GPT or something like that and get some of that stuff going. But yeah. Other than that, guys, you have a great weekend. Finn, anything you got to close us out with? I think we're
No,
pretty
that
much
was
touched everything.
that was pretty good. Eat your fruit salads, but double check and give it a quick audit to make sure there's no tomatoes in your fruit salad.
True.
We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out this morning, and until next time, let us know also if you want to drop it in the chat what communities you guys would like us to reach out to get on the stream. We've had Not Okay Bears. We've had who else have we had? We had Burb. We had Paw Chain. We had FX1. We had Feline Fiends.
We did Bear and Bull over.
Yeah, that's
Twitter,
right.
I think.
The Bear and Bull NFT. Let us know some other projects that you guys want to see on there. We'd love to reach out to them, and I think we're trying to get Transhuman Coin. They were on Killer Whales. We're starting to talk with them a little bit, but we'll see if we can get something coordinated there. But let us know if there's a community that you'd like to see on or a project. We'd be happy to do that. Great words of wisdom. BDE saying chaotic. Kyle saying awesome, guys. Thanks for the good time. Piff saying be safe. Have a great, happy Saturday, everyone, too. Thanks, guys. Have a great Saturday, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.